Oh, good morning, y'all. Today is Wednesday, June 11th, and I have a very special video for y'all today. I am going to visit my old orthodontist's new practice. So for those of you who aren't new to the channel, you may know that my journey to dentistry kind of started when I went back to get braces for the second time. And my orthodontist, who you all will meet today, is the person that kind of, I wouldn't necessarily say she changed my mind, but she kind of put the bug in my ear. And then my journey through my orthodontic treatment really got me to switch to dentistry, pretty much. And me and my orthodontist had similar stories. Started out pre-med, was studying for the MCAT, and then wanted to switch, so I could relate to her a lot. And ultimately, she's the reason why I decided to pursue dentistry and eventually orthodontics. So she just opened up a new practice in my home state. I'm going to go visit her today, take a look at her new practice, talk to her a little bit, because I feel like it's important for y'all to kind of see this full circle moment. I even got someone to come film for me. So we're about to get this day started and head over to her practice, and it's going to be a very good video, interesting day, and it might be a little emotional, who knows. But if you're new here, my name is Dr. Eli. I'm a recent graduate of Boston University Goldman School of Dental Medicine, and I'm an incoming orthodontics resident at Indiana University School of Dentistry. On this channel, I vlog pretty much my life. I've vlogged my entire dental school journey. I'm going to be vlogging my residency journey and just navigating this field as a black dental professional. So if that's something you're interested in, please make sure you subscribe, like the videos, comment, all that good stuff. Now, let's get the day rolling. We're going to be heading to Burtonsville to Bespoke Orthodontics, my orthodontist's new practice that she just opened. Before we get on the road, definitely got to get some Dunkin' Donuts, get some coffee. You drink coffee? No?
Nah.
You want like a donut or something?
I'm chilling, bro. Appreciate it.
Chilling?
Yeah.
You want some water before we leave? I can go outside and get you some water.
I brought some with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That man prepared. All right, cool. All right, we can stop recording. All right, y'all. So, just pulled up to Bespoke Orthodontics here in Burtonsville. I think Dr. Callahan just opened, so there aren't like too many patients and people in the office, but I don't want to like just walk in there with the camera out. Gonna kind of go in and kind of feel out the vibe first. I told her I was gonna be recording, so obviously like things are cool, but definitely like I don't walk in anywhere with a camera first. That's just not my style. So I'm gonna go in there and say hi to Dr. Callahan, because I have not seen her since 2019 when I got my braces off, or when I went for my retainer. Actually, when I broke my retainer, that's the last time I seen her. But yeah, we're gonna go in there, probably chop it up with her a little bit, and then try to get an office tour when there's like minimal people in the office, and then get like a slight interview. So all right, y'all, so let's go. Here at Bespoke Orthodontics, just walked in, said hi to Dr. Callahan. She told me I could take a look around. So we're gonna do like kind of a small tour, just show you guys what she has going on. So it looks like she has 4 operatories around for regular treatment. As you know, when it comes to dental offices, whether it's dentists or orthodontists, like you gotta have some TVs in there because people get bored. Looks like she has kind of like an x-ray room here. Can also be like a kind of like a more private operatory space. You got the typodonts here. So it looks like this is kind of like a consult room. So she's doing x-rays. She's got the typodonts there, so you can kind of show people braces. So like the different things like clear braces, metal braces, Invisalign. Like you got to have all that stuff so you can kind of explain to patients what's going on. Especially when it comes to like the difference between braces and Invisalign. A lot of people like get the misconception that with Invisalign, like you can't see anything. They don't know that you have like clear attachments on your teeth, and like when you take the trays out, you can still kind of tell that someone has Invisalign. So that stuff, a consult room, super important. This probably is going to end up being an operatory, considering they have an outlet there on the floor. They're probably just, you know, waiting until they need to buy the equipment like when the practice grows a little bit. As you can see, she has some scanners here. She has an iTero there, very important for orthodontists. She has her camera there. Dentistry, like you gotta take pictures and stuff like that. You have to document your cases and all that stuff because social media is so important in advertising yourself these days, etc. Here it looks like she has more x-ray stuff, a CBCT and a panoramic x-ray, and then she has this chair probably to discuss like treatment options with patients, payment plans, etc., stuff like that. Looks like there's an in-house lab going on here. Ultrasonic cleaner right there. Oh, autoclave. There's probably a mini autoclave. Yeah, as you can see, things are still very clean, and it's like the beginning stages of things, but things are being built out. All right, everybody, so we're here at Bespoke Orthodontics with my orthodontist, Dr. Latoya Callahan. Like I said in the video earlier, this is literally the reason why I'm here today. She single-handedly convinced me to switch from pre-med to pre-dent, and eventually is the reason why I decided to pursue orthodontics. I didn't get to see her at this office because it's brand new. Obviously, I was in dental school. She treated me 5 years ago at this point, I think. But I just wanted her to introduce herself, kind of talk about her background a little bit, and kind of what inspired her to open her own practice.
So, first of all, thank you for all of the wonderful compliments. I mean, I'm so proud that I was able to encourage you to go the other way. I too was on the med school track and changed course in the 11th hour and decided to go to dental school. And, you know, I love beautiful teeth, always have. And when I got to dental school, I had a huge interest in orthodontics and didn't initially go into the specialty, went out and practiced for about 6 years. I was an attending in a hospital-based residency program, a co-director, and then eventually went back to specialize. And here I am. It's a great field, it's a great way to give people beautiful smiles without changing the structure of the actual teeth, but moving them. And, you know, I practiced for a number of years and I decided that, hey, I want to have my own thing, you know, have my own vision and really build a business and touch more people in my own way. So that's why I became inspired to open Bespoke Orthodontics. The idea was to almost have an apothecary feel fused with the modern airy vibe. I mean, I know that's all over the place, but that's really what I thought. That was my vision for this office. So yeah, that's kind of how I landed here.
So a few things. Number one, when I was looking at the pictures of your office, because I did a vlog yesterday, so I threw some pictures of your office yesterday. And I was telling people, like, this is a very modern, like, aesthetic vibe. I really like the vibe that you're going for here. It's bright colors, different colors as well. It's not like just a monotone vibe. You got the accent chairs and stuff, which I really like. But number two, I was kind of explaining to him, and also like now that I've graduated, I'm getting this question a lot. A lot of people ask about like if I see myself doing like DSO, private practice, etc. And I was kind of explaining to him how I never got the chance to shadow you, and partially that was because you were at like a corporation.
Yes.
And I kind of explained to people that I see myself going into private practice mainly for that reason. Like I know I do the YouTube thing, and I have like a big community online of people that are inspired by me, and I think that I align a little more with private practice because I would want things like this happening almost every day. And as an owner, you get the say in that versus a DSO, you kind of still have to respond to somebody. Lastly, I was looking at the services that you offer here, and I feel like a lot of people that haven't been to dental school, even pre-dents, like they don't know that dentists do like facial injectables and stuff like that. So I saw that you offer botox here and stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. Like people can come in, get their orthodontic treatment, also get some things changed that they may not like, look a little younger, or even if it's just like, you know, iron out some wrinkles, whatever it might be. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I did want to ask you, like, what gave you the idea to kind of add that into your practice as well as orthodontics?
Well, a couple things. Number one, I agree. Private practice is the way to go for me. I'm big on autonomy, self-governance, and sometimes with a lot of things when you're in a corporate setting, a lot of your personality gets kind of washed away. So I wanted this to be me. Mm-hmm. I wanted to do it my way. And so I am with you 100%. The second point that you touched on about people not really understanding that dentists and orthodontists specifically, we look at the entire face. It's not just about treating teeth. We're looking at the face. We're looking at the profile. We're looking at the smile line. We're looking at all of that. Mm-hmm. So it just makes perfect sense to move into that area of, injectables, botox, to, look at the facial features. Maybe your lip line is too high and you want it to be a little bit lower, or like you said, smoothing out the wrinkles. I want you to smile brightly, but maybe you don't want to be crinkled up. Yeah. So it just made perfect sense to kind of merge the two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Like, especially my school, they offer us like a facial injectable course as like an elective in our, like at the end of our third year. And I feel like a lot of people don't know that you can go to your dentist and get injectables, botox. And yeah, when I saw that you were offering that here, I was like, okay, that's pretty cool, especially because it matches like the vibe of how the place looks. Right. So you got like the orthodontist and esthetician kind of thing going.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I thought that was pretty cool.
I mean, listen, that was the thing that drew me to orthodontics, is like, function and beauty, right? Mm-hmm. Like, so, we're really providing a unique service, by really leaving people much better than they came. You know what I mean? Like really giving them that beautiful smile, without necessarily having to remove any tooth structure or anything like that. So it's all about the aesthetics,
exactly.
So absolutely. I mean, I really want people to really appreciate that orthodontics in general, like, and dentists in general, like we really are providing a great service on that face, like in every way. It's not just teeth, and that's one of the main things that I'd like for people to understand.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't understand, like, with orthodontics, there are changes to your facial profile or even your facial symmetry or whatever. Like, yeah, you're straightening teeth, but especially when you're treating young adults, teenagers, they're growing. So you're changing their teeth as well as their face as they're growing. Mm-hmm. And that's why when you have those before and after pictures, and they might have been 10 years old in the first one and 13 years old in the second one, they look so different.
Yes.
So different.
Yes.
And I think that's the beauty of orthodontics. That's one of the reasons why I decided to pursue orthodontics. Obviously, you were a very, very, very heavy influence, which I say all the time. Like, I had virtually no interest in dentistry before I walked into your office. So, this is a very full circle moment for me. Like, I'm glad to see
and me as well. Me as well.
I'm sure, because I still remember that conversation that we had when I told you I was studying for the MCAT and all, and you told me that you were in that position as well. And, you were kind of one of the people, well, you were the person that kind of told me, like, it's not too late just because you're starting. And I took the MCAT, and I still
I did too.
Yeah. And I was still inspired to at least explore the option. And I'm so glad I did. I think this was the best decision I ever made, and I feel very fulfilled.
Great. So I'd love to hear it.
I have to thank you for that.
Now you have to do it for someone else.
I'm doing it for at least 16,000 people.
Okay, all right. I love it. I love it.
So Dr. Callahan asked me to spend a little bit of time showing her how to use TikTok. Because as you know, like I mentioned earlier in the video, social media marketing is super important for dentists, orthodontists, etc. Especially as an orthodontist, your primary target of patients are using TikTok as an app. I think that with Dr. Callahan's personality and her office, she definitely has a lot of potential to market herself on TikTok, especially with the services she offers like Botox as well as braces. There are a lot of people that will come across her office and just like her vibe or like the aesthetic of the office and want to come visit. So she asked me to show her a few things so she can start working on her own marketing on TikTok.
So I'm going to have to download the app is what you're telling me. Okay.
When it comes to dental content, I feel like as a practicing orthodontist, you can really just make videos of you talking about different things dealing with orthodontics. So obviously, like, the hot topics are what's better for me, braces versus Invisalign, one orthodontist I follow, he does a lot of like Invisalign, like clean check reviews. So he'll look at like a plan that Invisalign comes up with, or even things that are different technologies. Like I heard Candid is one of them, things like that. And he'll just kind of like review their plan, and then he'll talk about like why he wouldn't recommend Invisalign for a case like that or something like that.
Got it.
And that's the kind of stuff that really pops off, because I mean, most of the people using TikTok are teenagers, and they're like, I don't want braces, I want Invisalign, blah, 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 and they can kind of just get an idea of what to expect, stuff like that. So you can also, I know, like when I talk about orthodontic stuff, fixed retainers, that's something that everyone wants to know about. I can't wait
to see how many you do.
Well, I will say I understand why you took my bottom one out. But that's one that, that's a very hot topic, because everyone is like, well, my orthodontist said he won't do a fixed retainer, blah, blah, blah. And then, like I got into the, when people start replying to or like leaving comments on your TikTok, you can reply to their comments with a video. So that kind of gives you more stuff that you can talk about, talking about like why you may not do a fixed retainer for some people. Like I had to explain that if you don't have great oral hygiene with braces, you're definitely not going to have it with fixed retainers. So your orthodontist may say they're not going to do one. Stuff like that. Okay, so Dr. Callahan, before we go, as you know, there are a lot of pre-dental students that watch this channel. So I just wanted you to be able to give them any advice that you can for a pre-dental student, as they know you inspired me a lot on my journey. So obviously you have good things that you can say and that would encourage someone to pursue dentistry or to pursue orthodontics. So is there any advice that you can share with the people that watch the channel?
Follow-up question. Is this for people that are in dental school or going to dental school or thinking of dental school? Okay.
Because at this point, there's so many. I started this channel 4 years ago.
Oh, wow. So
now there are people that are third-year dental students, second-year dental students, and now that they see me going into orthodontics, they're like, oh,
it's another possibility.
Yeah. So
what I would say is, if you are just in school and you're considering a career, dentistry in general is a great career. Orthodontics is an even greater career, in my opinion. A great work-life balance, a really great way to impact your patients. I mean, look at this. Example number one. So it's a really great way to give back and to, interface with lots of young children, even adults, and just build relationships and help people in your community. So it is a great career. And it doesn't pay too shabbily either. So that's something to consider. If you're in dental school, what I would say, if you're just starting dental school, I think it's really important to take advantage of your classes and really start to learn about the different specialties early on, so that you can kind of decide which way you want to go. If you're interested in the specialty, start trying to build those relationships and learn more even while you're in dental school. That would be my advice for someone that's in dental school. For someone trying to enter the specialty, I hope you've been planning well before the end, because it is very competitive. In fact, I would say orthodontics is probably one of the most competitive specialties in dentistry, because it's such a great field. So you really want to build a lot of relationships, go on lots of visits to different programs, meet the program directors, do research, attend the meetings. Those are all really great ways to get prepared potentially for entry into a specialty program. If you're in your orthodontics program, congratulations, lucky you. Everybody doesn't make it. I would say, make sure that you're doing your research about the area that you may want to be in. Start forming those relationships, whether you want to go into the DSO model or whether you want to go into private practice. Find a mentor. Learn about the business. That's one of the things we were talking about earlier off camera, is just the importance of business in this field, especially if you are going to go into private practice eventually. You need to learn about business. So while we are in the healthcare industry and we're treating patients, it really is a business. So make sure you learn about that. So that would be my advice.
Great advice. One thing that we were talking about, and I was kind of explaining to him on our way here, A hot topic in dentistry nowadays is the cost to go to dental school
Oh, gosh.
and the loans and
Yes.
things like that. So, in your opinion, do you still think it is worth it?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, there's lots of great fields, lots of areas that you could go into, but if you're looking in the realm of healthcare in general, whether you're a physician, you're looking at going to medical school to be a physician, whatever, I still think dentistry is a great career. I mean, it's that work-life balance. You're still able to help someone with their health, and it's dentists or orthodontists. We're not just dealing with teeth. I mean, I actually, identified pathology in a child recently. So it's a great way, and that wasn't obviously that was a sad story, but it's a great way to to give back.
Yeah.
So yes.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for allowing us to come today. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I'm sure everyone watching will as well. And if you're in Maryland, please come visit Bespoke Orthodontics.
In the back of my ring, and I went trying to hit. I told her she gotta run to the team before she can talk to the list. Before she can talk to the jet. Lamb chop, I just pulled up in some food.